I just passed 12th standard from Kerala, coming from a very orthodox Muslim family. So you know how it works there, I guess so. And my brother he's kind of turned out radically against all those things, and the stuff at home is very bad.
Elder brother?
Elder brother, exactly. So me, I'm in between all this. I don't know what's right, I don't know what's wrong. I see, I've read a bits of Quran. I guess you have read a lot of Quran completely. And it makes a lot of sense when it comes to particular stuff. And when you read something, you might feel it's narrow-minded, but then that's what you feel. It's just a perspective. It doesn't mean that it's what Quran says. So again, there's right in Quran, and then the way people live there, it's nothing, it's completely wrong. So I'm not going to that. And then the other side, the way people live here, the way stuff like the thing you tell in this, spirituality, getting connected to the universe, meditation, stuff like that. And that's where I see people who are really happy. Mm-hmm. And right now I'm in a very big dilemma that what am I supposed to do? Like, where to start? I'm quite illiterate. So I've been taught the same things which everybody's been teaching. Where to start is my question, actually.
You see, because you named the Quran,
that's all I know.
The center of Quran is Tawheed, oneness. There are no two truths. Just that and nothing else. Just that and nothing else. Which means that be it the Prophet Muhammad or anybody else who ever could say anything of wisdom and value, the source is always the same, because there are no two truths. Which means that even if you understand anything, including the Quran, the source of understanding has to be that one only. Quran can be understood really only when you, as the ego mind, as the person, are connected to the same source that blessed the Prophet. Otherwise one will misinterpret. And Quran has been badly misinterpreted. All religious scriptures have been misinterpreted. The reason is obvious, very simple. The fellow who is speaking, the point from where his words are coming, that point is up there on that hill. Up there. Pure, snow-like, beautiful, up there in the sky. The very peak, the climax, that's from where those words come. But words are words. Words belong to human languages, be it Sanskrit or Aramaic, or Arabic, doesn't matter. Words are words. The source of words is there, but words are in the language of the commoners. So the commoners feel that they can interpret those words because they are in the commoners' language. And commoners interpret those words standing in the valleys. The words are coming from there and you are listening to them standing in the valley. You don't want to rise up to that point. You don't want that closeness, that oneness, unity with the source. You are so full of ego that you want to remain what you are. You want to protect your house which is in the depths of the valley. Remaining what you are, you apply your intellect upon the scriptures, obviously you will distort the scriptures. Sometimes you do it deliberately, sometimes you do it inadvertently, but it invariably does happen. Before you go to the Quran or the Gita or Bible or any book of any wisdom, or any man of any wisdom, before you go anywhere, you must first be in a condition to understand what that man or that book or that situation is saying. Is it not right? Suppose you are drunk and you start reading a holy book. Will you make any sense of it? Answer this.
No.
Now the whole of mankind is perpetually drunk. Do you allow a drunkard to even touch a Quran, a copy of the Quran? Do you do that?
No.
If you find that somebody has come to the Quran and he is stinking of alcohol, is it advisable, permissible that he in that state reads the verses, recites, interprets? Is it all right? It is not all right in any religion. In fact, it is said that you must be pure, you should have taken a bath, you should be fully awake, and then in a nice, peaceful place, you should go to the scripture. The question is it about the peace of the external? Is it about the peace of the words? It is about the cleanliness of the body? You have to go to the scriptures with a very clean mind. You don't just have to take a bath to purify the body. Your mind should have been first purified. And only then you can go to the scripture. Otherwise you will make a mess of the teachings.
So you're like, awesome.
Yes, sure.
But have a lot of those scriptures, and I can only talk about the Bible anyway, but have those scriptures also not been modified and changed and altered and things taken out of it? And, so I've kind of got to a point where it's taken me 2 years now to throw all religion out of me. Because I've been so conditioned with,
Yes.
with Christianity and all of that. And I've got no problem with Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad and all of that. I think they're beautiful, wonderful souls that come to this world. But the interpretations and how it's been changed to get the power for people.
Yes.
So I've kind of thrown all of this stuff out. I'm kind of going into the meditative, trying to find the truth inside and just, So I suppose I've gone a little bit negative about the scriptures in my mind.
No, it's not at all negative. You see, what you are saying is exactly what at least the Indic scriptures say. They say that the highest point is to forget the scriptures. The scriptures do not recommend that you must constantly remember them. They say your mind is full of rubbish. You come to us so that the rubbish is cleared. And once you have gotten rid of the rubbish, you must also get rid of the scripture.
Yep.
In the same way as one gets rid of the boat after crossing the river. Now that you have crossed the river, why are you still sitting in the boat? So, if one can drop all the nonsense that is there in the name of religion, then one is truly religious.
Yep, that's what I believe.
And it requires a really religious man to drop all the religious nonsense.
Yeah.
You see, unless you have faith, how will you really rebel against religion? Tell me this.
Well, it took me a long time to get to this point. I'm a bit older now. Older than my friend that I just met at his early 18. It's beautiful and easier already at his age. But yeah, it's taken a long time to actually throw all that conditioning off.
You see, look, you look at Jesus. Was the Jesus following the Bible?
No, at all.
Not at least the New Testament. Huh?
Testament.
Maybe even the Old Testament he wasn't really following.
No, he wasn't.
Remember that he was clearly giving it new meanings.
Sure,
He said the
he changed
commandments.
everything.
He said the commandments are there.
Sure,
But let me tell you what those commandments really mean. So, It is an expression of the deep religiosity of Jesus that he rebels against the existing religion. Only when you can rebel against the existing religion, then you can be assured that God is powering you. Because without the support of that one
Consciousness.
reality, that one truth, how will you have the courage to stand against the false? The false is so overwhelming,
Sure.
Today you have communities that number in billions. Christians are over 2 billion, Muslims must be approaching 2 billion, more than 1 billion Hindus are there, and Buddhists, and numbers and numbers and numbers.
Crazy, yeah.
Now when such a huge number is following a particular way, from where will you get the strength to not to follow that way? That requires the support of God. So that is real religiosity.
Yeah.
You see, be it Jesus or Muhammad, they are first and foremost rebels. Muhammad didn't carry forward a pre-existing religion. He had something new to say. And that is why it is said that he was in direct touch with Allah. Because without being in direct touch with God, how will you ever come upon something new? You will just keep repeating the old.
True.
Exactly.
So feel free, totally free. Don't have that fear that you must follow the conventional. Religion is not at all about towing a particular line, going down the beaten track, not at all. Religion is extremely dynamic. Religion is more modern than modern. Religion does not consist of rituals. Religion means I will live my life with honesty and truth. And are honesty and truth outdated things? Are honesty and truth something that belong to the 7th century or to the 1st century?
Yeah.
They don't, right? Is love something that you would take as primordial? I mean, right? And without religion, what love are you talking of? So religion is cool, religion is young, religion is vigor, but not the religion that is touted, not the religion that is being publicized and not that religion.